This is KGW News at Sunrise.
We don't want to hurt you. Let us help you. Put the gun down.
This newly released video shows the moments before Salem police shot and killed a man the day after Thanksgiving. A grand jury found that 3 officers were justified and had no choice but to shoot. We break down what led up to the gunfire in our top story.
You know, this is owned by the community and the food vendors, and it's a loss. It's a loss, but it will come back.
People are coming out to support local businesses destroyed by a fire at the Portland Mercado. Coming up, what you can do to help.
And we are also live this morning in Vancouver. Good morning, Clark County. We are here for the ice cream. So here's the deal. Christine, China, Rod, Chris. Actually hard to believe. Salt and Straw, one of the greatest small business success stories in the Portland area over the last 20 years. With shops now up and down the West Coast, from Seattle to San Diego, they've never had a shop here in Vancouver until today. So we're here for the grand opening of Vancouver's first ever Salt and Straw, and we're doing it with ice cream for breakfast. We'll have more coming up from the shop, guys, at 5:15.
Yeah, big news from Drew at that new shop in Vancouver. Thanks, Drew. We'll have much more from him and all the flavors getting scooped up there later this morning. Hey, happy Friday to you. Yeah. We'll get back to Drew in a minute. China is filling in on the desk, so good to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Wake up at, midnight.
Yeah.
Well, it's exciting, isn't it?
I know, right? Exciting stuff. Rod, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say we're a picky bunch up in Vancouver, so it takes a while before we allow people just to come in.
Oh.
All right, here's a look at
It's nice you finally let Drew in.
Radar. I mean, Drew seems so surprised we didn't have a Salt and Straw yet. Okay, all right, here we have rain on the west side. We have rain getting ready to drop through downtown Portland. There are some fog pockets around. It's actually been partly cloudy much of the night, so some of you are in the mid-30s. PDX is warmer at 44 after being down, I think it was 39 degrees a couple hours ago. Despite the fact that I just showed you showers on the radar, this is still a day with lots of dry time, not a lot of total rain expected. 45 at noon, 45 at 5 o'clock. We have that strong front coming in later this evening. That is the one that would drop snow levels in the Cascades to 2,000 feet. Also coming up, an update on that Arctic front next week. Chris?
Rod, kind of nice that for a morning commute that is so far so good in terms of dry weather, right? We've had a couple of soakers of morning commutes. Right now, not the case. I-5 near Capitol Highway, rolling right along there. Interstate 84, the Banfield. This is out near 28th Avenue. The headlights there, that's your inbound commute. That looks pretty good as well. No trouble at the Sylvan Hill. Hey, big heads up for Monday and for 6 months after. Bridge Avenue, south of the St. John's Bridge. This is a snapshot from some work ODOT did a year and a half ago to secure that slide-prone hillside. They're going to have to close that section of Bridge Avenue on January 8th. That's Monday. It'll be closed through July 2nd to work on additional hillside repairs. So expect some delays as folks detour around that. That starts on Monday. Ladies?
Good to know. Thank you, Chris. And now to our top story. A grand jury has found 3 law enforcement officers were justified when they shot and killed a man near Salem last month.
With that decision, the Marion County District Attorney also released video that gives us a clear picture of what led up to that shooting. But we do want to warn you, the video may be disturbing for some viewers. Here's KGW's David Moko with more.
The ordeal begins the morning after Thanksgiving. Ring camera video from the suspect's own home shows Justin Jordan spending several minutes hitting and kicking his front door and staring into the camera. Moments later, neighbors recorded video while hiding inside their home as Jordan paced up and down the road. Police say he had 2 guns in his hands. Several times he points one at his head, then at 2 drivers who get too close. Another camera picks up the sound of him firing a gun. 3 times at another vehicle. Remarkably, through all of this, none of his neighbors were hit. Police arrive after someone calls 911. In the video, you can hear officers pleading with Jordan to drop the gun.
Put the gun down!
While he's heard asking authorities to shoot him.
We don't want to hurt you. Let us help you. Put the gun down.
And this is the final witness video of Jordan walking toward officers. Police say they fired after he raised one of the pistols and pointed it at them. The grand jury finding that there were no reasonable alternatives to shooting Jordan. He died at the scene. No one else was injured. David Molko, KGW News.
Take a look at your screen. Gresham police are looking for the person behind the wheel of that red Chevy Aveo. Police say the driver hit a motorcycle, knocked the rider off, then ran him over before speeding off. The motorcyclist is in critical condition. The crash happened New Year's Eve at Southeast Division and 202nd Avenue. Police found the Aveo on a side street where the driver and at least one passenger bailed and ran away. Gresham police want you to call them if you recognize anyone in that video.
Several fundraising efforts are underway after a fire damaged multiple small businesses at the Portland Mercado on Wednesday.
Yeah, right now, none of them are able to reopen, so the community is stepping up to help in a big way. Devin Haskins is live at the Portland Mercado this morning in Southeast Portland with more on the money being donated. Good morning, Devin.
Yeah, good morning. So right now outside the Mercado, you can see the businesses are still boarded up. That's because that's where all the damage happened at, inside the retail shop. Now, because the Portland Mercado had to shut down the water and the power, that also impacted all of these food carts that are here on site as well. So to help out the businesses impacted, Hacienda CDC, which is the nonprofit that operates Portland Mercado, established a fire relief fund. We don't yet know how much money has been donated so far to that fund, but they say hundreds of messages of support have been pouring in since it started. GoFundMe donation pages have also popped up for some of the individual businesses, including one for Barrio Bar, a bottle shop serving beer and wine that took the brunt of the damage. Some $63,000 has already been donated as of this morning. The owner of Sandy's Myanmar Cuisine hopes to add to the donations coming in by holding her own fundraising effort at her own restaurant. Diners can get full plates of rice, meat, and veggies for $25 a pop.
So I will be play in here, and that we will sell the whole meal, and that funds will go all 100% to the Chris Samamoto support to the barrio.
Now that fundraiser again happening at Sandy's Myanmar Cuisine, and if you want to help out, we have the link to the Fire Relief Fund as well as the GoFundMe pages that we found so far. You can find those on our website, kgw.com. Back to you.
Devin, thank you. Portland Public Schools just announced an interim superintendent. Dr. Sandy Husk will take on the role starting next month. Husk was the superintendent of the Salem Kaiser district from 2006 to 2014. The board unanimously voted her for the role during a special meeting last night. She's replacing Guadalupe Guerrero, who announced his resignation last month. Husk says she's grateful for the opportunity to serve.
I know I have a whole lot of listening and learning to do. And I'm looking forward to doing that with you as a board, with the leadership of the district, with the employees of the district, and with the community as well.
Husk will officially begin her role on February 12th. Until then, Guerrero will continue to lead the district until February 16th.
Okay, taking a step out to get a live look from our Timberline Skycam. Look at all that snow. We are talking about snow in the Cascades. This morning, both Mount Hood Meadows and Timberline are on standby to open up some of their most popular runs. That includes the Bruno, Pucci, and Magic Mile lifts at Timberline, the Mount Hood Express, Vista Express, and Ballroom Carpet at Meadows. Rod, skiers and boarders excited and hoping for the opening this weekend.
Well, Meadows base is now up to 32. I mean, it's the first time all year they've really had any base. I mean, when all the BS is said and done, 20 inches is not a base. This is the first time they've really had a base.
Finally.
So this is good news,
Yeah.
right? Here's a look again at that camera. The temperatures have been holding well above freezing at night this week, so they haven't been losing anything, which is a big flip from what we did in December when it snowed and it melted and snowed and it melted. We do have the snow advisory for the Cascades starting overnight tonight through tomorrow into tomorrow night. Weather models projecting 11 inches at 5,000 feet of Mount Hood from that incoming system. So there will be a good bit of snow at Cascade Pass level by first thing tomorrow morning. Snow levels again will be down to about 2,000 feet. And they'll have multiple systems coming next week with cold air. The latest projection is here's 45, 46 inches of Mount Hood all total through Friday. So now we're talking, now we're going. and the resorts should be getting into full operation. So that's terrific news. All right, here's a quick word on the Arctic air. The latest track on this is Thursday of next week. See the purple's the Arctic air. There's the front Thursday morning starting to drop down across Washington. That front during the day Thursday drops into our area, and then we're in the Arctic air all of next weekend. This is a much more westerly projection of that cold air than we showed you yesterday, and we'll talk more about just how cold that's going to be and valley snow chances coming up at 5:38. But back to today, we have a little bit of rain coming through right now. There's the front right there that comes in overnight tonight. That brings us a pretty good shot of rain to the valley, and then the heavier snow coming to the Cascades. Again, a little bit of rain moving through right now. There's not much behind this, so overall we still expect a lot of dry time during the day today. 44 is the temperature out at the airport, but some of you are in the 30s. There's Salem at 37. In fact, Eugene's at 35. It's above freezing out in the Dalles, freezing over in Bend. That heavy rain band looks like at mid-evening it arrives into the coast tonight. Heavy rain band into Portland as early as around 11 o'clock tonight. That steady band clears overnight, and then tomorrow it's scattered heavy showers with hail. 47 today, 45 tomorrow. A quieter Sunday, a rainy Monday, a rainy, windy Tuesday. These are wet weather days. Wednesday showers, and then there's Thursday with that Arctic air dropping in. 34 to 40. Could see rain showers change to a snow mix during the day. Could be at least some snow on the ground Thursday night into Friday morning of next week. And then if we're dry into that following weekend, we would see valley low temperatures as low as about 15 degrees. Yeah.